What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking our top point guards right now in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now, a lot of these are going to be the same as our last tier list. However, we do have some new cards, and there's been a massive patch since our last point guard tier list. So, post-patch, a lot of things have changed. Guys with Pro 2 are no longer as valuable as maybe they once were. Also, I probably left some people off the list accidentally. Like, it's tough with the wild gem cards. Any pink diamond wild gem card I really didn't include just because, again, it's hard for me to, unless they're like, I see them ran a lot, it's tough for me to really include them. And then again, when you go to diamonds or even amethyst, there are going to be people I leave off the list. So, just kind of side note to start this video. Spencer Dinwiddie up first. For an amethyst card, amethyst point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie is really good. Okay, want to start with that. For an amethyst specifically, I really do like what Spencer Dinwiddie can get into for you guys. However, for just an overall point guard, I think I got to go C tier. 6'5", obviously offensively going to be really solid. His defense is just okay, I would say. Again, it's not bad, but there's just nothing really crazy about his defense. I do think C tier is the right spot for Dinwiddie. Diamond Marcus Smart up next. I'm going to go B tier. The reason he's not any higher is really because he's just not any taller. What is he, 6'4"? I think is just tough to run Marcus Smart, especially when you're talking about him compared to some other really good tall point guards in the game. I am going to go B tier with Marcus Smart. Danny Ainge, I'm going to go C tier. Danny Ainge does have a good release. I mean, he lacks some things, but one thing he does not lack is that release. Has a really good, really solid release. And if you do use Danny Ainge, you might really like and enjoy the card. I'm just being honest with you guys. Alex Caruso, Amethyst up next. Maybe my favorite Amethyst point guard in the game. With all of that being said, having him any higher than C tier, I just don't know if that would be right. And so I am putting him at C tier, but I really do like what Alex Caruso gives you guys as an amethyst point guard in this game. Kobe White, I'm only going to go C tier with Kobe White. At the end of the day, offensively, he's good, but he only comes, I believe, with a base 16 badges. So he's going to be missing a lot of badges for you guys, which obviously I think is more important than probably any other creator on this game. The lack of badges for Kobe White going to hold the card back C tier. Ben Gordon, I don't know, man. Like, I guess C tier. I'm going to throw a lot of these cards at C tier. I might have to move some cards around, though. And I might start doing it right now because it's like, if I don't, everybody's going to end up being C tier. And I don't want that to happen. So let's go Marcus Smart A tier, Caruso B tier, and Kobe White B tier. I think I like this a little bit more just to have some separation. You could even argue Dinwiddie B tier as well, and I might move him to that B tier now. Again, this is subject to change. I just think I like those cards more than Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon offensively is going to be really solid, but his defense is not great. Kirk Hinrich up next. Really do like what he gives you. I'm honestly going to go A tier. Badge-wise, good. Release-wise, good. I just don't see a lot of real flaws with Kirk Hinrich when I look at the card. I think he is a really, really solid card, and definitely a card that if you get, you probably will enjoy. Matthew Dellavedova up next. I'm going B tier. He is so good on the defensive side of the ball that you got to go B tier. His offense isn't perfect. It leaves something to be desired, but with as good as he is defensively, I can't put him any lower than B tier. 100% deserving of B tier. Diamond Ron Harper up next, A tier. I love him. 6'6", smooth release. Do I wish his 3-ball was higher? Absolutely, but Ron Harper is a solid card for you guys to pick up to help your squad out in a big time way. Obviously, again, when I'm looking at things, it's tough to outdo what Mr. Ron Harper is going to give you. Kyrie Irving up next. I'm going D tier. I know it. It stinks. He's a pink diamond at D tier, but what does he really give you? I just don't see it defensively. Card is really not great whatsoever. Offensively, he's fine, but he's just not, in my opinion, any higher than D tier. I think that's literally as high as I can go. He's lucky he's not F tier. Steph Curry up next, D tier. I literally watched Los Pollos and Aiden Ross wager, right? They had Steph out on the court. And I'm going to say it in the nicest way possible, bro. Steph was like a liability. Like, I don't even know how you can run him on this game. Like, he is just not a great card. Not a card I'd recommend you guys picking up. I'm going D tier with Steph. And you guys can hate me, say I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's where I'm at with Steph Curry. Jalen Green up next. I actually think Jalen Green's solid. I'm going to go B tier. For an auctionable point guard that you guys can pick up today, you pick up Jalen Green, he can do some things. I do think his player build's not ideal. But again, dunking the ball really solid. Offensively can give you some things. I just wish Jalen Green's defense was better. If it was, I maybe could move him into A tier. But I think right now, B tier is literally, honestly, even being kind of high on Mr. Jalen Green. Tyrese Halliburton up next. I'm gonna go B tier with Halliburton as well. I don't love his catch and shoot release. I gotta be honest with you guys, but I do think Tyrese gives you enough as far as his movement, as far as what he gives you offensively to be B tier. But that catch shoot release obviously is not ideal. Chris Paul, C tier. The reason I like Chris Paul more than Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry is because at the end of the day, like, he has the leaner. But at the end of the day, leaners are kind of patched. So I guess D tier is where I'm at now with Chris Paul. Pre-patch, I really like Chris Paul. Post-patch, not nearly as good. D tier. Jamal Crawford, I've never liked Jamal Crawford this year. That is not going to change. And honestly, I'm biased against Jamal Crawford because I've never really liked the card in 2K. So I'm going to go D tier. That's my personal bias. If you like Jamal Crawford, that's fine. Jordan Clarkson up next. I'm going B tier. I really think Jordan Clarkson is one of your more complete Amethyst point guards in the game, especially offensively, guys. His release is fine. He can move a little bit. He's got basically max driving dunk. There's just not a lot of negative things I can say about Clarkson. I think the card is overall an absolute beast on the floor. Definitely a card that you guys can use and have a lot of success with. Magic Johnson, I'm going to go A tier. I do not think he is S tier. I get it, right? He is 6'9". I get it. He's going to do some things. But let's be honest, I don't love Magic Johnson's catch and shoot release. I don't think defensively his badges are that crazy. I think A tier is the right place. I don't think he's anything game-breaking, game-changing. I know he's hyped because he came out in these wild gem super packs, and 2K wanted him to be super hyped up, but I just don't see it with Magic Johnson. Maybe if they would have made the card better, I'd be more hyped. He's only A tier. Ja Morant post-patch is a lot better. I'm going to go B tier. Say I'm too high on Ja, but I don't care. Post-patch fades are nerfed, right? And so Ja has a good catch and shoot release. His driving dunk is basically maxed. And rumor on the street is he's a future Minnesota Timberwolf. Not actually, but maybe in my hopes and dreams. So I'm going to go B tier for Ja. I actually do like Ja post-patch at B tier. Tyler Hero, another card that just got cooked by the patch, guys. His fade was so good. Again, pre-patch, and it was something that a lot of people really did like. Post-patch, gotta be honest, Tyler Hero, you're a D tier, not very good. Mario Chalmers, D tier. For a rookie point guard, really good. I'll never hate on Mario Chalmers, but D tier is as high as I can be. For a beginner level point guard, he can play some ball. Pete Maravich, not great, D tier. I mean, look, I miss the days in which Pete Maravich had the best release in the game. Those days have came, those days have went. He no longer obviously does, and it's painful, but the card still is D tier, does some things on the court. Richie Gearing up next. I actually like him a lot post-patch. I mean, if you think of what the patch is, post-patch, it's, you know, you need a guy that can go dunk the basketball. Richie Gearing can do that. I'm taking him over everybody at B tier, I think. I don't think the card's perfect, but again, post-patch, do think he is a lot better than pre-patch. Josh Giddey, another card I'm pretty high on. Post-patch, I'm going to go A tier. Look, the card is 6'8". My question to y'all would be, what can Josh Giddey not give you that Magic Johnson gives you? To me, Josh Giddey's going to move better than Magic. He's got a better release than Magic. He's going to do a lot of things better than Magic. So yes, I'm at A tier with Josh Giddey post-patch. Too high on him? Maybe. Probably. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I can only control the controllables. A tier for Josh Giddey. Jalen Suggs up next. I think I've got to go A tier too, because Jalen Suggs is going to play immaculate defense. That is the one thing about Jalen Suggs that you can never take away from him, as he is going to defend his butt off. Offensively, going to be fine. Okay, nothing game changing, nothing game breaking, but he's going to be fine on that side of the ball. A tier for him. Markelle Fultz up next. I'm going to go C tier. The release of Markelle Fultz just isn't it. I mean, if he had a better release, I'd be super high on him. But their catch, just the release in general for Markelle Fultz is just not ideal, just not it. So, do think B or C tier is the right spot for Mr. Fultz. Ben Simmons up next. Interesting card. Because post-patch, I honestly think it might fit Ben Simmons. I'm going to go B tier. But if you are good and know how to use Ben Simmons, I mean, he is up there, because at the end of the day, his catch and shoot release doesn't matter. At the end of the day, his fade doesn't matter. What matters is his ability to go and dunk the basketball and play defense, and Ben Simmons can do that. B tier. Michael Carter Williams up next. Thinking A tier. I don't think he's perfect, but if you have Michael Carter Williams, you should be using him. I see a lot of people, not a ton of people, but I've seen some people that have talked to me that are like, Ty, like, I've got MC Dub, should I use him? Or Ty, I've got all these cards, should I be using him? And at the end of the day, if you have Michael Carter Williams, you should be using him. Yes, I think he's elite. Right now, I am using Jason Kidd over him. I don't know. Again, it's tough for me, because when I did my top 10 point guards, I was low on Jason Kidd. I'm starting to use Jason Kidd again. I don't know how I feel, but Michael Carter Williams is A tier. Devin Booker is going to be our first S tier point guard. And I know he would be a lot better pre-patch with the fade. But post-patch, he's still good because his movement is still solid. His catch-and-shoot release is still good. He is still 6'6". He can dunk the ball decently, right? Not perfect, but decently. I still think post-patch, he is S tier. I don't love him, though, right? Like, I'm not saying, like, I would pick him up or even personally use him, but playing against Devin Booker, the card is pretty good, S tier. Paul Westphal, solid card. I think C tier is probably the right tier, but Paul Westphal is not bad. Not a card I really hate. Just not a card I've ever really used. I've played against him, I think, a couple of times, and the card is fine, C tier. CJ McCollum, D tier. Not bad, you can use him, but D tier is right. Jim Paxson, another card I don't hate, but D tier. Remember, D tier is not unusable territory. D tier, you can use these cards. If I put somebody in F tier, that's the moment that it's like, okay, this card probably shouldn't be used, but I actually don't mind Jim Paxson at all. I'm going to throw him a D tier. Tyreek Evans. Honestly, for Tyreek Evans' price, he's good. A tier. I honestly really like Tyreek Evans for the price he is currently going for, and Tyreek Evans is helps for the lock-in for Penny Hardaway. But again, Tyreek Evans as a base card is still really good. A tier. You get one, again, that can shoot the ball incredibly well. A tier is where he belongs. DeJounte Murray, probably low A tier for DeJounte Murray. Look, he's going to defend. He's going to offensively be solid. Maybe a high B or a low A. I think one of those two tiers is probably right ultimately for Mr. DeJounte Murray. Jose Calderon, not great, D tier. Rex Chapman, really solid post-patch. I mean, post-patch, Rex Chapman's got to be low A. I don't love him, but he's going to dunk the ball incredibly well. Pretty similar to Richie Guerin and what they do give you on the floor. And if you got either of these cards, they obviously can play at a really, really, really high level. Sam Cassell up next, D tier. Still playable, not great. Jason Kidd, I'm throwing him at A tier. Look, I can't get over Jason Kidd. I mean, he's like, I just can't get over him. I can't get past him. As many times as I'm like, okay, Jason Kidd, your time is up, I always come back to you. I don't know, there's just something about the way Jason Kidd moves that I like. I still think defensively he's solid. He's going low A. I still use him over Michael Carter-Williams, so I can't sit up here and tell you guys, oh, Jason Kidd is terrible if I'm personally still using him, right? Like, that would be, what is the word, hypocritical? Y'all say I'm a hypocrite, so I guess, whatever. Marcus Smart up next. I mean, I think B tier probably like right in there with Alex Caruso, Matthew Dellavedova as being a really good budget point guard. Just slightly worse than the Diamond, who's at A tier. I think is really as simple as I can phrase it, as simple as I can put it. A really solid card though at the end of the day. Jeremiah Fears, D tier, just not good whatsoever. Marcus Thornton for offline challenges is fine. I'm going to put these cards at F tier. I just don't like them. Even Jose Calderon for offline is fine, but they're just not great cards. So I'm not going to just sit up here and continue to gas these cards that I personally would never use. You know, it is what it is. They're F tier. Castle up next, one of the best point guards in the game. Borderline S tier. Top A, borderline S. I think he is so elite on this game. He is a hidden gem. So if you don't have him, again, good luck getting him. But if you have Stephon Castle, you've got A tier point guard. Edgecombe is solid. I do think, I mean, low B is probably right for him. He's going to dunk the ball well. At the end of the day, I wish his release was slightly better. I was badge-wise, he was slightly better. But he is still a solid budget point guard in that low B tier, I think is right for him. Dyson Daniels, upper A tier again. Is he as good as Devin Booker? You could make that argument. I don't know. I still think with what Devin Booker gives you offensively, it puts him over the top. But just know, I really like Dyson. I really like Castle, even MC Dub. These are cards that are insanely good. Dylan Harper up next, A tier. Not S tier, but he is A tier. A really good card. Movement is solid. And honestly, he's not super overpriced. So if you can get a Dylan Harper for a reasonable price tag, he is obviously a card that can compete at a really high level. Paige Becker's up next. I mean, I don't know. Where do you want me to be with Paige Becker? She is terrible. F tier. Becky Hammond, F tier. Courtney Vandersloot, F tier. And I'm sorry for all these WNBA players, but I am never going to recommend running them until 2K gives you a reason to run them. Like, I don't understand it. Like, the cards are not good. Caitlin Clark, F tier. I know she's going to shoot the ball well, but she is still F tier. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, there's just something about the way Shai moves that is just different. He is definitely S tier. He is better than Devin Booker. Obviously, he's more expensive than D-Book, so I'm not telling you, like, to go get him. But I am saying Shai is still elite on this game. If you got him, you got one of the better point guards still to this day. Mac McClung's not bad. I'm going to go C tier. Now, some people might say I'm gassing Mac McClung, but I think he's a really solid option. Again, you guys can sit up there and say I'm gassing him, whatever you want, but I still think the card is a really, really solid option for you guys to add to your squad in this, in this game. Sidney Moncrief, not bad. B tier. He's not A tier. Like Sidney Moncrief still has a low 3-ball. I mean, still driving dunk is not good. Like, I'd take every single person at A tier over Sidney Moncrief, and I'm so serious with y'all. Obviously, for a free card, it is what it is. Card's not great though. B tier. Sleepy Floyd, C tier, not terrible. Rod Strickland is horrible. F tier. Jokic up next, the best point guard in the game. I'm sorry. It is what it is though. Jokic is your best point guard in the game. He is S tier. So again, I hate to break it to y'all. I don't even want to hype up Jokic this much, but he is probably your best point guard in the game right now. Penny Hardaway up next. I've got Penny. His release is interesting. I don't necessarily love it. Movement wise, I'm still working through it. He is still definitely an S tier point guard, but I got to figure it out with Penny, right? Like, I've got to continue to get better with Penny because right now, I feel like, again, I'm not that great with him. Obviously, again, I've had the card for, a couple of days. It's not going to be just great so fast, so quick, but it is something I've obviously got to work on and get better on, is figuring out Penny Hardaway. Last but certainly not least, the free Igor Demon card. I'm going to go B tier. I think he is a great budget option, but anything over that, I just think we're gassing him. So I do think B tier is the right tier for Demon, is just being a really solid card to add to your squad, but anything over that, I just don't know if I agree with. Honestly, B tier for Demon. That is going to wrap it up for our point guard tier list. Look, I was grinding triple threat for on my way towards Braun while I was recording this list, so hopefully it's not too bad. I genuinely, if I left anybody off the list, I apologize. I had to make the tier list, sort through every card, and it's just not necessarily the easiest to do. So if I left anybody off, I apologize, but that's gonna really wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.